When I was little, and the parents were going on vacation, I couldn't sleep because I was so excited about leaving. But the vacation went by so quickly. Same thing at Boy Scout camp, a week away at Camp Drake over by Danville. A week, it went by very quickly. As I got into my 20s, I can remember asking people how old they thought I was, because I wanted them to think that I was older and more mature. And when they thought that I was older, that gave me pleasure, versus if they guessed if I was younger. I was pretty wild, and life was going to go on forever in my 20s. And I had left this town in 1976 and lived a year in Chicago with a dance club, and then I moved out to the West Coast. And I was pretty wild because it was going to go forever, and I had a career, and the job was secondary. My point in life was to experience everything I could yesterday. When I reached 30, because a lot of my friends didn't think that I would reach 30, I had a surprise birthday party on the grounds of Versailles, and my friends gave me a furnished apartment for a month in Paris as a, see, you made it type statement. And I went about, and as I moved into my 30s, and I noticed, well, when I moved down to LA, I thought that I would be a star in LA as I was a star in San Francisco. But one of the things that struck me right away was that there was a younger group of people behind me, and I had never experienced being, gosh, not the most noticed at parties and things. I moved back here when I was 38, thinking that, oh, I'd spend a couple of years back in Champaign, Urbana, and then move on with my life because, oh, I still had 30, 40 more years. Well, I've spent 15 years here, and it has gone by so fast. And in my opinion, I haven't accomplished a lot. Yes, I have. I've owned two of my own businesses, and sold and made money off of them. And I have met a number of great people and been active in social organizations, and it's been fast. And as my perception of time, as time goes on, it gets faster and faster. Where did it go? And now I'm starting to think about retirement. And now I'm also thinking about who's going to take care of me when I pass, which is only 20, 30 years from now. And that's, yes, a long time, but no, it flashes in a second. And that's kind of ironic. Now, I think society, or the society from the 50s and 60s in which I grew up in, has put a lot of pressure. For instance, in high school, when you were a sophomore in high school, you were to know what you were going to do for the rest of your life. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea. And to a point, I still don't. There's so many things that I have done, but to put a label on that, but there was so much pressure. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go to school? How are you going to support your family? I was engaged here in town, and I remember taking my fiance at that point out to Crystal Lake Park and telling her that I wanted to wait a year and see the world without joining the Navy. Well, she wanted to get married and have kids right away, and I just wasn't ready. I wanted to see what was going to go on in the world. One of my favorite sayings is outside this county, there's a place called the world. But now that, and I have been fortunate in that I've traveled a lot and seen a lot, and someday maybe I'll write a book, but it has flown by so fast, and I think about it almost every day. Where has the time gone? Going back to what society says, work, 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 hard, 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 not enough time in the day. I'm now coming to the opinion that you have to take time, and there's a saying, you have to stop and smell the roses. You do, because this isn't a dress rehearsal. You only get one chance at this, and it's what you make of it that's going to be the fulfillment of your life and the fulfillment of others, of how you interact with them. One other point I'd like to make is that I've decided that I'm taking action. I'm moving on with my life, and I still want to experience new things and meet new people and travel more, and so I'm going to make that happen. I'm not going to be dictated to by physical things, i.e. a house or money. I'm going to make it happen. So that's kind of how I look at time, because there's not enough of it.